Just gonna hold my head. Do not make me. Bada bing. Bada boom. Yeah, here we go now. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Why can I stream the loading screen to you? That's so weird. Whoa. Soviet games. Whoa. Let's see. Just don't remember about setting this game up. Holding down a bit. Not considered a game, so I have to fucking change the window.
It isn't?
Guess not. We're just...
Ah,
Here we go. Alright.
it has like borders on it.
Yeah, I see that, but not much I can do about it.
Alright.
And it's just small. It's just like a little box that says letterbox.
Might as well get it through.
Now, I hate everything about this game. This game sucks. It's bad. I'd rather shove a nail down my ass than play this game. What were they thinking? I just had to get the voice.
What are they thinking?
You so good,
I
buddy,
was
but sure, you wish
trying to
was
do this game.
dressing.
Oh, sleep alone.
I don't want to
I was
sleep alone.
do this.
Amazing. She murmured quietly. You know what? Let me get into more fitting reactive for fucking
Yeah,
Simeon.
mad.
Yeah, we're gonna mix it up a little since no one ever watches these. Boom. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Oh god, no. It's valid. It's not
Problem?
screwing at all.
Oh yeah. Ho 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 ho. Okay.
Why is he bad now? Bird.
I don't know. I just had to do the laugh, I guess. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna mix it up too. I'm gonna change the background. No one will understand. Nah, that was a sneak peek for something later. Edit my layer,
Oh, it's just
reactive,
so fucking pixelated.
because it's a very low quality image. That's why.
Low quality. I mean,
Low quality
oh,
image that
oh
was
god,
stretched
go,
out.
go.
That's why I'm readjusting the layers. So you're in front for this one. You best be thankful. Oh yeah.
Oh, that I'm.
So fucking stupid. Okay, close out. Reactive. Yeah. She murmured quietly. You know what?
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna turn off the lights in my room
Alrighty.
to get that staticky feel.
I think last time, like last episode,
That.
I voiced Miku as well. I just, cause like everyone was just wanting out. And so like, you know what? I'll do it. I'll voice Miku. You know what? I think patch notes for the sake of everyone that could be watching. I'll just switch Semyon's voice to Malik, cause that's a much more tolerable voice and not just going the now. What? Afraid of the grasshoppers?
It's not the grasshoppers, it's the crickets, and I'm not afraid of them.
She averted her gaze and blushed a little.
It's just, well, unusual. It's not unusual to be
Look,
Miku in Soviet Russia.
well,
Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
you might have got used to it, given the amount of time. I suddenly thought that there's nothing wrong with this idea, especially given everything that happened. Okay.
But where?
Masha gave me a questioning look. There are a couple of unoccupied cabins reserved for further scenes. We could use these props for a while, I guess.
Let's go.
Wait, was that an innuendo? God damn it. Fuck. She smiled, got up, took my arm, and we slowly headed to the square. Maybe I should ask you this ahead of time. Do I have to hide my screen eventually?
No.
Yay! Ellipses.
Actually? Yeah, no. You're fine.
Actually, fucking, you had me for a second there. An irresistibly blinding morning glare struck my eyes. I was unable to stretch. Marsha was sleeping on my left arm. I barely managed to pull my limb from under her head and massaged it for a long time, trying to restore the blood flow. Scratching my stubble, I reached for my shorts to find my cigarettes. Perhaps we shouldn't have gone that far yesterday after all. I got lost. Now she definitely won't leave me alone. Well, probably not. That's not in her nature. But a bad aftertaste will still remain. And now she has an argument to scold me with, if I give her one chance to. Yet another argument. It's not like she's short on them. Unable to find the cigarettes in my shorts, I thought maybe killing myself would truly ease the pain. So let them find my cabin so I clumsily dressed and went outside. Oh Lord, let it rain. Let it rain at last. It's impossible to work in such an oven. And it's like this day and night, night and day. This game has music. You know, it's been
You
like
mean the game has music?
it's been an eternity since they had music. I half the time just remember just being like ambience, not like recognizable
No,
to like.
it usually plays music.
Rolling my eyes, I plodded down the trail and didn't notice somebody coming until they ran right into me. It was Router. Oh, this hurts. Seb, whatever your name was. Hi there. Hang on, you know what? For Kaz, I'm going back into the old voice. Hi there. I shouted after him. Finally, I came to the cabin, opened the door, and entered. Oh my god, they're just really tugging at my heartstrings right now, are they? Olga
Into his
Dmitrievna was
character.
inside. She drilled me with the gaze. Would you care to explain? What's the matter? Where did you spend the whole night? She looked more than menacing. I was with Masha, and what's the problem? After all, everyone got it already, so it makes absolutely no sense to hide it. Everyone got what already? With who? Olga Dmitrievna gave me a surprised glance. With Masha. I repeated calmly. We don't have any Mashas here. Now it's my turn to be surprised. Oh, I see what you mean by meta now. I've already picked it up. He went back to the... Now it's back to as if it's fiction rather than a movie. Or it's back to reality as if it wasn't a movie. Simeon, your behavior is unbecoming of a troop. Are we shooting already? But where are the cameras? I grinned. Well, I guess it's perfect that I switched back to the voice after it went back to the as if it's reality. Fine, I'll do it. My raspy old lady voice. No, I'm doing my best Kaz impression. Oh, come on. I headed to my bed and opened the drawer, but my backpack wasn't there. Have you seen my backpack? Mother! She looked at me in surprise. Yeah, it was here. You arrived here without any luggage. What? I broke into a silly smile. You still haven't finished yet. Welcome to meet you, Ben. I get that you're in the finest of moods this morning, have an eagerness to joke around, but... Fine. Cops is anything like that. I don't know what a cosmo... Comes
I don't either. It's probably some communist thing.
Pioneer? A council member? Something is definitely going wrong. Olga Dmitrievna, have you slept well? Are you okay? Speak to me. I sort of probably half of me reading it's not gonna get picked up on the stream. But it's okay. Him, what's your problem? Sum up, you need to be at the lineup in half an hour. As for me, I still need to find Miku. Miku? Looks like they just want to play a prank on us. Ma'am, yes ma'am. Wait. I know that the whole point of how everyone's like, dude, stop asking questions, just watch the movie. Stop asking questions, just play the game. But
yeah.
Wasn't he just in the room with freaking Miku / Masha? So I guess she just disappeared when he went out the door.
Just keep playing. Everything will be.
Yeah.
Everything will explain.
Exactly. I slewed in, marched out of the cabin. I have to go and tell Masha to share some laughter with him. I vigorously pushed the cabin's door and ran in. Masha, you won't believe what they've... Masha sitting on the corner of the bed with an absolutely pale face, wrapping arms around her legs. What happened? I leaped to her side.
Lena just came in.
Lena? But she wasn't planning to come for another 3 days.
This wasn't our Lena. This was just something that looked like her.
Masha was trembling and an expression of horror was on her face. Calm down, let's take it slowly.
You're talking about some kind of lineup, printing the grounds, about the library, about the music club.
Her breathing
There's
became...
also still Miko Dial.
Her breathing became rapid.
And it wasn't a joke, I'm sure of it.
I recall the recent conversation with Olga Dmitrievna at once. Okay, calm down. I still haven't got a thing.
It wasn't Arlen. It was Elena from your script.
She raised her tear-filled eyes to me. I understood right away that this wasn't a joke. My courage vanished. That's ridiculous. It just can't be. Though recalling conversations with the director.
No, I'm sure.
She threw herself into my arms. I tried to calm her down. We have to think logically. We have to think logically. It's just them trying to pull a prank on us, that's all. I was just talking to Olga Dmitrievna and she's what? Also looked unusual to me? Nah, I can't just say that to Masha. In the end, they will have their laugh and then quit it.
No, something has happened. Something horrible. I'm sure of it.
Masha was sobbing in my arms. Okay, let's get down to it. Let's talk to someone. For example, to Router. He surely isn't the main stand-up comedian in our hood. Tell the truth, at this point I was interested myself in finding out what kind of joke this was. One that could bring Masha, who was always calm and prepared for everything, to hysterics.
Okay.
She wiped away her tears and got up from the bed. Calm down now.
I'm trying.
Masha smiled faintly.
Let's go.
We left the cabin.
Or two.
Olga Dmitrievna was talking about some kind of a lineup. Let's go to the square. Most likely they will be there. Masha took my hand, but let it go right away. Chose not to look in her direction because I already knew what expression she had on her face and just headed to the square. The lineup? If that is the right term for people flocking around the monument, was quite crowded. I didn't recognize even half of people gathered here, and the fact was extremely strange on its own. Olga Dmitrievna tried to line them all up. I chose not to linger and went up to her. Olga Dmitrievna, you know. Oh, and Miko's here too. She interrupted me. Excellent. We'll talk after the lineup. What lineup are you talking about? Is that enough playing games? For God's sakes, it's not funny anymore. She looked at me in confusion. What are you talking about? That? About that? Masha cautiously looked down from behind my back.
I'll go Dmitrievna. It really isn't funny anymore.
I don't understand you two. Let's seriously get back to the shooting. What shooting? I looked at her attentively and for the first time realized that perhaps she wasn't joking. Olga Dmitrievna was never a decent actress, so I doubt that this expression of surprise and incomprehension was fake. What a mess. Okay, let's assume. Tell us your version. What? She was still blinking her eyes while looking at my mouth. I got it. I grabbed Masha by her arm and headed away from the square.
Hey, hold on. Where are you going?
We have to find someone less insane. Olga Dmitrievna's shouts followed us, but I didn't pay any attention. Soon enough, we reached the clubhouse. According to the script, it ought to be right here. Let's go. Masha didn't reply, just followed my lead. Ow, my ears. Jesus Christ, that sound mixing. We'll just turn that down. God. Door and walked in. But Router was there, as I had expected. What's happening? Fuck, I can't do it. I can't run the. It's not even like straining my voice or like hurting, it's just I can't do the voice consistently. You know what? I'll just throw back Valkyria Chronicles guy. Oh, Simeon, and you're not alone. Hi there, have you come to join our club? We're waiting for you, bro.
Oh, my fucking god. Yo, welcome, bro.
Yo, welcome, bro. You're gonna get us killed, yo. I, I don't think I will. It seemed that there was something wrong with him, too. Why ain't you at the lineup? I asked mischievously. Well, I've got something to finish here. Whatever. Just tell us what's going on here. Am I missing something? Just like old Dimitri Vanna, he stared at me with no sign of understanding. Why the heck is everyone around acting like we're real pioneers in a real pioneer camp? Isn't that the case? Is it? Well, actually. And what about the film? What film? The one we're filming. Simeon, I really don't understand what you're talking about. It's only now that I realized that everyone around is calling me Simeon. Well, Sasha was always calling me Simeon Kun too, but that was clearly a joke. While here, it's not a big thing. Whoa, big rock music. But my name is definitely not Simeon. Step back
My
and point trip
name's
toward
not
Masha.
real.
She let out a short scream. And you, and you, Miku. I wasn't listening. I snatched Masha's hand, ran out. Managed to hold only at the bus stop. I turned around and saw Masha gasping for breath. Let go of her hand and sat down on the edge of the road. Looks like the two of us are in trouble. Don't you get it? Everyone here behaves exactly the same as it was written in my script. She stared blankly at me for some time, then she recovered. Fuck. She stared blankly at me for some time, then she recovered.
Yeah, a fair guess. But what? Why?
Like I would know.
So what are we gonna do?
I don't know. Masha was on the edge of bursting into tears. Oh, stop it. I really have no idea. How can I come up with ready-made solutions in this situation?
I understand, but you're such an asshole.
Yes, I thought we were clear of this. It's been... How many times have I been here? 4 times? We've been here 4 prior times? We should know this by now that I'm an asshole. After all, there is still a possibility of it all being a silly joke. Well, an overdone one.
But what if?
Well, if... Ugh. Then we'll act in accordance with the circumstances. I sighed and quickly stood up. Let's go eat something at least. It has to be real. I think that whatever is happening here, food will still be served. Masha gave a barely noticeable smile and followed me. Canteen was jam-packed. Even at the lineup, noticed there were many more people than there were yesterday. Did all these children really come here to an abandoned camp? No, there's something really wrong about that. Our food is being distributed, so me and Masha took trays and sat down separately from the others. I ate intently, trying not to raise my head from the plate and trying not to look at the surrounding people. However, it didn't help me much. In a couple of minutes, someone showed up near our table. Barely managed to raise my eyes and saw Lena.
Can I?
She asked quietly.
Yeah, sit yourself.
While I was thinking as to how I should answer, Masha pulled out a chair beside her and invited Lena to sit down with a gesture. You know, I... Lena's voice sounds less, as if she's inhaling air violently into her lungs. Something definitely weird must be going on.
You know yourself this morning.
She began anxiously.
Well, got up on this wrong side of the bed.
Masha laughed nervously. Lena glanced at me and then quickly looked away. So, how's it going? I start with more general questions.
Fine.
I see. I genuinely had no idea what can we discuss with her. Plus, Lena indeed looked pretty odd. While she was usually all fun and high spirits, now she looked extremely timid and shy.
Did you hear anything about Slavia?
What happened?
Oh, no one's seen her since yesterday. It's like you two disappeared first. Now you are here, but Slavia is.
She left long pauses after each of her sentences. I still didn't get it. Either it's completely perfect acting or the being sitting in front of us wasn't our Lena. Nope.
We haven't seen her. Well, I hope she will be back eventually.
Yeah, we hope so too. Slavia. Sasha indeed could lose her way in broad daylight, that's hardly surprising. Just finishing eating the rubber-like oatmeal, and suddenly Olga Dmitrievna ran to the canteen waving her hands. She looked around emotionlessly, and after glancing at me, she finally headed towards our table at a fast walk. Let's go have let's go have a talk. I'm not gonna try and do the high and mighty. I'm just gonna do fucking old lady voice. Surely I can pull that off. She hissed below her breath right at my face. She seemed that objecting wasn't worth it, so I got up, nodded to Masha. We headed after Olga Dmitrievna. After we got outside, she turned round abruptly and said, "So, where were you last night?" "Should you care?" I shrugged. "I should. Did you know that Slavia is missing?" "Just heard that from Lena." "Exactly. I went searching for her and found her." Looked like she was desperately fighting back tears. "That's good news then." "Come, let me show you." She said quietly, headed in the direction of the forest. I looked at Masha.
Maybe we shouldn't.
What's wrong with it? However, my inner voice was agreeing with her.
Right then, but I'm afraid.
Everything will be fine. I tried smiling. But even without a mirror, it was obvious that my smile was so fake that it made me sick. I saw that screen tear. Couldn't help came to a small glade. Benjamin pointed at a tree. Took a few steps, suddenly spotted a detached human arm. In fact, it wasn't even detached, more like it had been torn off. Masha peered out from behind my shoulder and screamed in terror straight away. "Don't look!" She burst into tears and rushed out to Eugene's arms. Made considerable effort, I had to look behind the tree to ensure that it was indeed Slavia. Body parts were lying there, an arm, a leg, fractured in several places. A piece of flesh from the chest, a head with hair clotted with blood, deeply sunk in glassy arteries. I felt like vomiting. Instinctively averted my gaze. Who did this? "How would I know?" said old Major in a surprisingly stone-cold voice. "Throughout the camp, you're the only one without an alibi." Marcia continued to cry, now on my shoulder. "What, you seriously think that we were able to do this?" I gazed at her in fury. Now it didn't matter that much what was happening. Her silly jokes were something more serious. The person had been murdered. The person who we knew. Slavia or Sasha, it makes no difference. "Well, no." She hesitated. "But someone did it after all." "I would say some wild animals, probably wolves." "Never any wolves around." "So you think a human could have done it?" "There's no one else to blame." "No, that makes no sense at all. It just can't." I hugged Masha tighter. Her sound became quieter. "Of course we have to. Let's go." District center is pretty far from the camp. Police won't get here anytime soon. Night was falling. I was sitting at the square watching the sunset. Masha was sleeping in Olga Dmitrievna's cabin. It all shocked her much more than us, for many reasons. There were two main questions in my mind. First, What is happening here? And second, who murdered Slavia? Or Sasha? Anyway, who is the murderer? First one could be postponed for the time being, but I still have no clue how to deal with the second one. Despite all the confusion, the conclusion nice rhyme. Despite all the confusion, the conclusion of her being savaged by wild beasts seemed to be the most reasonable explanation. This damn hair just in my peripheral vision. There we go. I don't care if there are any wolves here or not. It could even be a bear or a badger, but certainly not a human. No one would be able to do something like that without additional tools. The type of wounds made it clear that the unfortunate victim had been dismembered with bare hands or paws. Though it's true enough that an enraged human can gain nearly superhuman strength. Of all the people gathered here, who would be able to do something like that? Router? Lena? Maybe Olga Dmitrievna herself? No, that's stupid. But even so, there were many children apart from them in the canteen and at the square. But am I really going to interrogate every single one of them? It's a job for the police. What's there to be afraid of? Maybe I'm not afraid for myself. For Masha. Right, I need to check how she's doing. She's about to get up when suddenly I sense someone's presence. Oh fuck. I looked back and saw Lena.
Oh, I didn't want to scare you.
It's okay.
Can I sit here?
Yes, sit down, please. She fixed her skirt with a neat move, sat down and started staring at the sunset.
How sad this all is.
Yeah, not much to rejoice about.
What do you think? Who could have done that?
How should I know? Certainly not me.
Oh, no, it's not like I suspect you or anything.
She began waving her hands in a funny manner. Well, thanks for that. I smirked sadly.
It must have been done by a very cruel, evil person.
What the hell, Alyssa? Why would you do such a thing?
What the fuck do you mean?
She clearly has. See, everyone forgot about her. That's exactly the plot. What the plot has. It's gonna have this evil demon Alyssa that kills people.
No.
I know. Well, not necessarily. Lena glanced at. I mean, fuck. I'm getting my own voices confused. Lena glanced at me in confusion. It's like I'm overcomplicating this for myself. Maybe it was a one-off delusion. After all, in everyday life, maniacs can be the nicest of people.
So, are you saying that
Yes, I am clinically insane and non-clinically insane. Her eyes widened and her jaw dropped a little.
it could have been done by any one of us? That one of us could be an imposter among us?
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, it could be you. It could be me.
It could be me.
It could
It
even
could be. It
be.
could be. Oh God, Dmitrievna.
It could even be the viewer. Dun dun dun. Well, I'm not asserting that's for sure, but the circle of suspects is quite large. Check this out. This is gonna be really cool. Um, to any of you watching this VOD right now, I hope your day is going well. Try, I'm pretty sure you possibly picked up this video in the middle of you working because you were bored. So I'm just gonna make this message for you now. Please stop leaving me in the middle of the night with Ethan. It's miserable.
No.
Uh, Scarlett, I hope what you're doing is going well and, hi. How's it going? Alright, back to the story. But the circle of suspects is quite large.
No, none of the children could do that. No one.
There was several of them attacking at once,
What
like
if there's
Pikmin.
50 kids? Uh, you chose to fight. You chose to fight 55-year-olds instead of 5 50-year-olds.
Ah, hell no. Anyway, it's up to the police to deal with it. We spent some more time sitting in silence. About to leave when Lena suddenly whispered,
Or
"What?
could you?
What?" No natural grin appeared on her face. Devil's grin, so I thought.
Could you have murdered Slavia?
Of course not.
You two didn't get along very well.
Why do you think so? We were getting. Yeah, I mean, uh, why do you think so? We were getting along just fine. Soon became clear that Lena most likely is not talking about me. Precisely not the me from yesterday. Not the Slavia whose name is Sasha. I was sure about that. No, it wasn't me.
Okay, okay, relax. I'm not accusing you. I'm just the only other murderer in this game.
Okay, okay, relax. I'm not accusing you. I'm blaming you.
I'm framing you.
She gave me a look. For a second, her eyes seemed red to me. Maybe it was just a reflection of the sunset. I'm glad you got everything right.
It was you who said everyone was worth suspecting.
I didn't tell you to suspect everyone. I meant that we don't know who the criminal is yet.
Oh, I see. Well, I hope I don't become the next victim.
Okay, now that I've seen how your eyes look with that grin, it's no longer an endearing grin. That's a fucking malice. I'm gonna beat you up. Lena said loudly and burst out laughing. The way she did it gave me the creeps.
Okay, it's time to go.
Ugh. She got up and swiftly left the square. I chose not to linger and headed to Olga Dmitrievna's cabin. Hmm. It was now completely dark. Watch was still sleeping, so I decided not to wake her and quietly climbed in next to her. You know, I'm pretty sure Shurik still went missing. I guess we haven't found him. We haven't seen him anywhere. Our director, or the camp leader at the local residence, kept referring to her. Still nowhere to be seen. She enters now looking all very uncomfortable. Well, it might at the very least. And who cares? The person has been murdered. It's not the time for such trifles. Anyway, we still have to find out what's going on. Why does everyone keep acting like they're pioneers? It seems to me that until it becomes clear the real criminal is this whole ridiculous carnival won't stop. Real question was, what is the cause and what is the effect? Either everyone keeps pretending because Slavia was murdered. I still can't accept that Sasha was the victim, so I kept telling myself that it was indeed Slavia. Or Slavia was killed because everyone keeps pretending. Damn it! Got lost entirely, and such brainstorming is not going to get me anywhere. Ugh. The door creaked faintly. Cautiously rose my elbows bed and peered into the darkness. A few torturous moments passed, but ultimately no one came in. Well, I guess no use to just lie down and wait. Right now it's probably just the wind blowing or something like that, but this late at night when everyone's asleep, I'm gonna get fucking murdered. Stood up, grabbed my trousers in the dark, and looked around. It's hardly probable that I might find something that could be used as means in self-defense here, but I at least had to give it a try. Rummaging through the cabinet's contents, I stumbled upon a locker drawer inside the cabinet. Sure, I'd love to find a gun, or at least some kind of heavy crowbar there. However, I totally understood that I really shouldn't hold my breath for one. It had to be locked for a reason. Pushed the cabinet from the wall. Estimated where exactly on the back side that drawer was, and gave it a sharp and precise, so would not wake Masha, kick with my leg. Plywood cracked. Something spilled forth from the drawer. Underwear. More underwear. Matches. Oh, they might just come in handy. Shut the matchbox in my pocket. At the same moment, I heard some strange noise from outside the door, as if some wild animal was scratching on it. Surely that is the real criminal. I won't stand a chance against them. But one shouldn't struggle with the possibility that it wasn't the work of the local pioneer, who may have gone crazy or was just insane from the start. We should be able to. I should be still able to knock out any of the local residents. But he came at me with a knife. Thinking about a weapon gave me the creeps. No, I shouldn't be so confident. If I get into an encounter with someone who is, for example, armed with a knife, then I must shut the door, barricade all entrances, and wait for help. You probably couldn't get hold of a firearm here. Although... Ooh, the door creaked once more and opened up about an inch. Closed my eyes for a second and finally pulled it open, gathering all my strength. I heard a choked scream, so Alyssa's spread eagled on the doorstep. Oh, oh, it's just you. I hear the sigh of relief. Don't scare people like, don't scare people like that. Want me to give me a heart attack? She got up, dusted her clothes off slowly, and glanced at me guiltily.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's just be dangerous to walk alone around the camp during the night. Well, with all the stuff that's happening. Stop short. Happening implies an ongoing process. As if something was still going to happen. I mean, happened.
That's why I came.
I was looking at the ground, trembling slightly.
Sorry, right, but Liana was still nowhere to be seen.
She raised her eyes to me and I saw tears running down her cheeks. Where could she have gone? It wasn't like I was really concerned, but I asked because I felt that I had to calm the situation. Very clear that there's absolutely nothing to do in this camp at night. There's electricity available, and then everyone watches movies on their laptops. Not that they just read books by candlelight. Wandering under the moon shouldn't be on that list.
I don't know.
Okay, let's just think. Let's think through it without any fuss. Walked toward the table and picked up the clock. It's midnight. Sure, everyone should be already in the cabins by their time. Scary thought suddenly flashed through my mind. Where's Olga Dmitrievna? Go outside and talk there. Don't want to wake up Miku. As we went out, I took a place by the stairs and started to think, play a good game like Victoria 3. Can I even make that joke? I don't know. I'm not even sure if it even displays on stream, because it's been so delayed for me. Alyssa stood
I
beside
mean,
me.
I saw it.
Okay. Alyssa stood beside me, wringing her hands with a pained look on her face as she watched the full moon rise.
We have to call the police.
We've already called them.
Back then it was only Slavia, and now it's also Ilyana.
And Olga Dmitrievna. Have you seen her?
No, but what, is she too?
Alyssa burst into tears. We still don't know anything, but nevertheless, it's clear that something's going on here. Even if they're not just pretending to be pioneers, something really has happened to the world. Right now, I could have quite a good chance of departing from it without getting any answers to my questions. So I have to focus on survival. Survival. Word hit like a sharp pain to the back of the head. Survival. Just yesterday I didn't need to give the slightest consideration to anything like that. Quiet summer night was reigning over everything around us. Not a breath of wind, not a rustle of grass or a whisper of moving leaves could be heard. Nothing. Just the reflection of the moonlight in the cabin's windows. Sparse clouds up in the sky, and yet impenetrable darkness all around. They say that when you gaze into the abyss also gazes into you. And the grasshoppers! These damned critters are pulling a double shift of DJing! Hang on, I can do a better line though. I can do a better read than that. Grasshoppers! These damn critters are pulling a double shift of DJing! That they're constantly on duty. As the day shift winds up, the night shift who gets enough sleep begins. And the night ones knock off, and I have to find some insecticide after all. Needs to go wipe out a couple of divisions with any luck that would give me some quiet living space around this cabin. Glad to see that regardless of reality or fiction, this guy goes on tangents. Sure, I can't destroy them all. What the heck, there are probably more of them than there are humans in the entire world.
Can you hear it?
Alyssa sat down and huddled up against me. Her entire body was trembling. What? I strained my ears. And then somebody was slowly walking down the path to our cabin. Couldn't make anything out in the dark, but the steps grew more and more audible with every second. Hurry! Hurry, Sammy, and grab that bike and fucking throw it at him. Okay, don't sweat it. You won't dare to attack the two of us. Though I wasn't really sure about that. My hands instinctively started searching so I could use it to defend myself.
Hey.
Sorry. Soon I found a piece of water pipe underneath the bench. So much help, of course. It's way too thick and uncomfortable to wield properly. But still proper. It's still better than going out empty-handed. The mere sight of this monstrosity would make anyone pee themselves. And is that a ping? For me? Oh boy. Most likely from laughter. There's nothing I can do. We're as good as sitting ducks here, so I'd rather move out towards the enemy. Couldn't say that I was bursting with courage or valor. In fact, it was quite the opposite. I was really freaking out. It seemed that I had no other choice. I took a deep breath and slowly headed into the darkness. Soon enough, I could make out more features of the stranger silhouettes. Very tall, weird hairstyle, a skirt. That ought to be Lena. I lowered my guard. What are you doing here this late at night?
I, I,
And his face stained with tears. Come on. I led her to Alyssa. Lena was coming back to her senses. She tried to explain what happened.
I was already sitting alone, and it's already quite late, but Miku's still missing, yet and what happened to Slavia and I...
I still just couldn't reconcile this image of Lena, some girl sitting in front of me with the one that I saw at the square a few hours ago with the grin of the devil and hellish flames in her eyes. Maybe it was just my imagination. Maybe not. By any chance, do you know where Ulyana and Olga Dmitrievna are? She raised her surprised eyes to me.
No, why? Are they also missing?
Well, so far we can't be sure.
Semyon.
First didn't realize that she was addressing me. Huh?
Don't you think it's way too quiet in the camp?
It's night, everyone's sleeping, aren't they? I strained my ears. Indeed, there were no sounds besides these damned grasshoppers. I mean, no sounds whatsoever. What's this place usually like?
Quiet.
Whispered Lena.
Quiet, but not this quiet.
I couldn't let girls fall into panic. Although I was starting to freak out myself, yet there were a lot of reasons to. Humans disappearing into thin air, horrible murders, friends that pretend to be pioneers until the very end. I was ready to lose it. Okay, let's think rationally. The girls gave me a few questioning looks. People can't just disappear without a trace.
That means...
Nope, it doesn't mean anything. Suddenly heard a rustle in the bushes behind the cabin. Before I could even grab my pipe, Router emerged from the darkness. Ah, here you are! You didn't seem to be all that concerned with all the stuff happening around. Oh, Lord, stop jumping out at people like that! The girls are gonna have a heart attack at this rate! Well, I wasn't sure who was more frightened, them or me. Yeah, I apologize. Why have you come? Have you seen Shurik? We haven't. It's like half of the camp just disappeared in the last few hours. Bless, it's too quiet around here. We noticed that already. There's no light anywhere, dead silence. Oh, don't you start whipping up the tension here. I feel sick already. What am I doing? I'm not doing anything. You flashed a mysterious smile to give me the creeps. Okay, you stay here, and I'm gonna scout around the camp.
Alone?
Yeah, that probably wasn't exactly the brightest idea. Think first, then speak. Ahem.
I'll go with you.
Okay, then you just stay here, and don't forget that Miku is still sleeping in the cabin. Sir, yes, sir. What a dork if he gave you that dopey smile in any other situation. Ugh. About half an hour later, our search brought us to the square. All the cabins were empty. It looks like there were only the 5 of us left in the camp. I lived alone with that pipe of mine. It appeared to be so lightweight at first, but after carrying it for some time, I learned that one could get worn out even carrying a bag of feathers.
Where on earth is everyone?
Oh, fuck. This appeared to be more or less calm. Or the first minutes when we were going from one empty camp to another had already passed. Well, at least we can be sure that if it's not the same case, as whatever happened to Slavia.
Why is that?
Just think, where are the bodies? Ascend whispered, fearful of scaring her.
But where is everyone then?
Disappeared? Hardly a credible explanation. Think about it, nothing whatsoever that's happened during the last 24 hours has been credible.
I can't just go and just like that.
It's not like anything's up to us now. And in any case, tomorrow's still another day. Try to put on a smile. Rejoin the others.
Yeah.
Agree to listen with a hint of indecisiveness. We'd only take a few steps when the rustle of bushes came from behind. As he turned around and peered towards the source of sound, Lisa clung to my hand so hard it hurt and I tightened my grip on the pole.
Who's there?
No idea. Strained my eyes, but still couldn't make anything out in the darkness. I had no idea what to do next. The
Man
rustling
has
suddenly
like
cut off.
fallen into Man has fallen in the river in Lego City.
Ah! The rustling
A
suddenly cut off.
pioneer has gone to sing at the camp.
Hurry! Arm yourself with a suitable weapon! Hey!
Hurry!
Build nothing, because you have no materials. You're dead. The rustling suddenly cut off, and the night returned to just the usual cricket fiddling. Could it be
There's
some
some
wild
wild.
animal?
Oh, that was my life.
Wow. Oh well. I wonder what the feeling of insecurity.
Wild animal.
Yeah. She gripped my hand even tighter.
There are no wild animals around here.
Um, a squirrel, for example. I don't know.
A squirrel.
Yeah, a squirrel.
Well, maybe.
Shall we go?
Yeah.
Hmm. A minute later, we were approaching old Dimitri Vanna's camp. Router and Lana remained silent and just shuddered slightly when they saw us. So, how is it? No one out there.
What do you mean, no one? Everyone's gone. I'm crying again.
Said Alyssa through her tears. The girls rushed into each other's arms. I sat down next to the router, finally dropping that abhorrent pipe of mine to the ground. Just that simple? Just that simple. But how? I really don't know. Maybe it's an alien abduction? What nonsense! Want to play detective, Sherlock? Well, it could be the same maniac. It's kind of way too much for just one man, don't you think so? I guess you're right, but what is it then? It still could turn out to be just a stupid prank. Slavia too? That's all just a stupid prank? No, she was definitely murdered by someone. But who? He gave me a narrow gaze. I have no idea. Maybe it was you. Yeah,
It could be me.
maybe it
It could
actually
be you.
was you.
It could
I was,
even be.
I was starting to get wound up. Or you! Not me for sure. How can you prove it? Why on earth should I have to explain myself to you? Why on earth should I have to explain myself to you? You're the only one without an alibi. Ah, so you do have an alibi, eh? I was in my cabin at night. Sure, I can prove it. Sure, but Shirk's temporarily unavailable. Router gritted his teeth and turned away. Anyway, I'm the one with an alibi here. I'm not going to justify myself. I'm not. I am not going to justify myself here. I'm sure about myself. It's great to believe in yourself. I'm also sure. It's great to believe in yourself. I'm also sure about myself. And Miku could prove me right. I was with her all the time. Not exactly. Not exactly the best witness. Just as good as yours. I had no idea how long we could have argued like that if Lena had intervened in the conversation.
Guys, come on, that's enough.
You're right. Sorry. Yeah. Indeed, now is not the best time for something like this. Anyway, we should stick together.
Would it help keep us from disappearing?
Ask, asked Alyssa timidly. I'm not sure about all that disappearance stuff, but at least it should help us to stay alive. Glanced at my watch, told it's 4 o'clock. The sun will be rising soon. Okay, squad. Okay, squad. Time to hit the hay or we're gonna end up totally wiped out.
But
No buts. No buts. No buts. Nobody else tried to object and we entered the cabin quietly. Red flash.
what's happening?
Seemed like we woke Masha up. It's okay. Keep sleeping. She was already sitting up on the bed staring blankly at our little party. Well, you see, there's...
You're all gone, disappeared. Everyone's gone. Everyone you know is dead.
Lena burst into tears and flung her arms around Masha's neck.
What's going on? Can you speak clearly?
Well, long story short, I cracked my neck and impulsively reached for the cigarettes in my pocket. Finding none, I heaved a sigh of frustration and said, looks like there's just 5 of us left in this camp. Meaning everyone in this room. Rejoice! Captain Obvious has returned. Rejoice! Rejoice! Captain Obvious has returned! You're gonna keep watch first. Huh? Oh, nothing. Do you really think it's safe for everyone to sleep at the same time? Well, it isn't, but... Exactly. I handed him the pipe and slowly approached the bed where Lena was still sobbing in Marsha's arms. Well, if you don't mind. I slipped my boots off, climbed over the girls, and turned towards the wall.
How?
Anyhow, sleep. I was so exhausted, both physically and more importantly emotionally, that I was unable to do anything, think anything, communicate with anybody. I was desperate to get some sleep. Way too desperate. Marsha's whispers, Lena's sobs, Alyssa's voice. All that has somehow melted in one quiet lullaby, and so I fell asleep.
Oh, Ash said to abort. Get the abortion lol.
Oh. Caught me off guard that he referred to me as Michael. Did. Already did. No problem. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled visual novel. I was forcibly awakened by someone doing their best to shake me. Physically shake me, that is. Router was leaning over me and nudging my shoulder. What? It's your turn now. How long have I slept? About an hour. Only an hour. Stay on your watch. I'm already dozing off. Yeah, an infinite power source wouldn't hurt for our router. Although it wouldn't hurt for me, too. Oh, fine. I rose with considerable effort. Climbed over Lena and Masha, who slept with their arms around each other, and jumped to the floor. The room seemed slightly brighter. The morning's coming. Yeah. I tried to get to my place, but I grabbed him by the collar, threw him down on the floor, and gave him a blanket and a pillow. So you can... And you cannot. Come to think about what... Come to think about it, why can't he? Anyway, it's not that important now. Took the chair, dragged it to the door, sat down, and started to wait. Anticipation seemed to be the best word to describe what I was feeling. Any moment now, the door will burst open and a maniac will break into the room, where the last residents of the camp will disappear. Or I will disappear. In any case, something will happen. I deeply felt that. Ryder was snoring his head off, the girls were sleeping securely, and I was starting to doze off too. I clenched the pipe harder. The feeling of cold metal against my bare skin somehow brought me back to my senses. I must not sleep. I'm their only hope now. And my own, too. It's so hard to resist. Just a couple of minutes.
Ricky.
Fucking narcolepsy. My eyes seem to have a life of their opening. A life of their. I think you're forgetting a word own there. Oh man, my eyes feeling heavy on March 5th? Damn. What are the odds? I see it as life of their opening of their own. Opening and closing it simultaneously as my mind wandered. A rustling came from behind the door. No, I must have imagined that. It's just those damned grasshoppers. What are they still up to? Maybe it's the grasshoppers to blame. They fell upon the calf like a swarm of locusts and devoured everybody. Vision of me being devoured by grasshoppers unfolded in my mind. Disgusting storm was brewing in my head. Their long legs, their wings, a huge head, and the eyes filled with darkness. Eyes reflecting the abyss. Just look a grasshopper in the eye, you'll never be the same again. That's how it happened. Running away. And they're after me. There are thousands of them. Millions! I'm desperately jumping over the pits and gullies, climbing hills and rocks. They don't care. They've got wings! Yeah, these filthy wings that make that nasty rattle. Probably they wouldn't need their teeth anyway. They just have to flap these horrible wings faster and faster, summoning the sonic wave of the apocalypse. No! I just can't block out this hellish noise anymore. I'm falling, desperately trying to cover my ears with my hands. Please, stop it! Somebody! I was woken by a sharp pain in the back of my head. Opened my eyes and realized I was lying sprawled on the floor. Looks like I fell asleep and slept off my chair. It was 9 o'clock. God, it looks like I was asleep for 5 hours straight. Anything could have happened. Horrified, I found myself down. Everything seemed to be in its place. Whew, that was close. Sugar squat awake. My turn already? You sleep too much. Well, I've been sitting here all night long. Sure, that was a lie, but telling them that I spent the night running for my life from the grasshoppers definitely was an option. I'm sorry. Crowder hung his head. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm hungry as hell.
Masha stretched out and gave me a cute smile.
Why are you all here? Don't you remember anything? Oh, hey, look, there we go. Now I have a proper. No, what's the matter? Everyone's gone, stupid.
Said Alyssa gloomily.
Say what? Say what? Everyone's gone. Vanished to this thin air.
Masha glanced out of window and said nothing. No the. Seems like she remembered now. Well, getting something to eat is indeed a fine idea. Nobody's going to object. It's not like I was in the mood to eat, so was everyone else, but ultimately we knew that we had to keep ourselves running. So now we were sitting in the canteen, quietly digging into whatever we could find.
Want me to cook something?
Inquired Masha quietly. Let's wait for lunch, for now it's fine. She gave me a disappointed look. Okay, so what are we gonna do? We have to get out of here.
At the place.
We have to get out of here, repeated stubbornly.
How?
Bus.
It's highly unlikely one will come. It doesn't run too often.
At least there should be a timetable somewhere around here. I'm trying to remember if I've ever seen the bus map for its timetable somewhere. Probably not. But we'll go on foot. Anything's better than staying here.
But it's a long way to.
Well, we might hitch a lift. Here in the middle of nowhere? I doubt that. Oh, stop with that drama. I'm thinking about it's exactly the right time for drama. I'm not being dramatic, but that's it. End of story.
What are we gonna say when we reach the city?
We'll tell them the truth. We came to shoot a movie and then...
What
What movie? Okay, stop fooling around, will you? Buried my face in my hands, feeling run down. Even if it was kind of funny yesterday. Oh, it really wasn't. You could stop it now. I don't get you. Oh, you're still gonna keep on pretending that you came here? Not to shoot a movie, but to roleplay as a pioneer?
I don't understand a thing.
Alyssa swept her surprised gaze across everyone.
So we're pioneers. What pioneers, for God's sake? God damn it! Fuck.
Macho kept silent so far, butted in.
Yeah, it's the 21st century out there. Yeah, right, pioneers. Auntie.
First? Looks like we're indeed in a deep mess. So you're all gonna say that you're... Well, we are normal pioneers who just came here on vacation for a week or so? Heavy silence followed.
But, yeah.
Let's look at Masha. Looks she doesn't know how to react either. I signaled to her, pointing at the door. Excuse us for a second. Having gone outside, I asked, what do you think?
Well,
She adopted the pose of the ancient Greek thinker.
looks like they genuinely believe that some folks named Semyon and Miku were in their shoes until yesterday.
Some.
Well, I guess you're more familiar with them than I am. You wrote the fucking thing.
Oh, come on! I interrupted her. Could you come up with a more feasible theory?
I still have no theories at all. I don't know what to think, you dipshit.
Me neither.
So don't give me that bullshit.
Yes.
Anyway, all hell's breaking loose. Here, even without taking pioneers into account, murders, dozens of people disappearing without a trace. That'll be your top priority now. There's a car fucking right next to you, dude. Why don't you just use that?
Not real. I looked closely at Masha. How she could keep such a cool head under these circumstances? Sure, I'm also trying to keep calm, but...
That means...
What?
Let's leave this issue for later.
Or at least a wild guess.
I would guess it's somehow connected to the disappearances. Safe to assume that one, or even two or three humans couldn't deal with so many people at once.
Agreed. It might be that this phenom- Oh, fuck. I felt the U. My bad.
Might be that the phenomenon somehow affected them. I'm a phenomenon.
Phenomenon. Might be.
Anyway, it's easier to believe that than, for example, that we're in a parallel reality or something.
Yeah, by now I'm willing to believe it. I'm willing to believe in anything.
Let's stick to this theory for now.
Okay.
Let's go.
You go ahead. I'll be back in a minute.
It's dangerous to be all alone.
Seriously, what's so dangerous? It's broad daylight and everyone's around us. Everyone's around here.
Okay.
She gave me a faint smile and headed back to the canteen. But still, her behavior is also quite odd. Looks like the last few days changed everything and everyone. Including Masha. Yesterday, shocked fear and trembling. Today, cold and sensible reasoning. She's even more self-assured than me. Could it just be a good sleep? No, there's something wrong with her too. Sure, she doesn't think that she's a pioneer like everyone else does, but still. Something's happened to them, that maybe it also happened to me. No! No, it can't be. Everything seems to be fine. Don't check my body and found no abnormalities. I have to keep calm and control myself. I got up and was about to return to the canteen when suddenly I heard a tiny voice behind my back, as if somebody was calling for me. I got down from the porch and took a few steps towards the voice. Somebody was peering at me from behind a tree. It was Olyana. No, not Olyana, something that looked like it froze my tracks. half of her face torn, hanging down shreds. Her grinning jaw trembled nervously as if in laughter. A bloodshot eye, hanging out of its socket, suddenly swilled its pupil to look at me. I stopped breathing. I felt like I was gonna die right there now, due to the shock. I think that seemed to be Ilyana was calling for me. My legs began to give out. I tried hard not to collapse. I tried to scream. I tried to run away. Only conscious already left the body that was now just a ragdoll, moving by the will of an invisible puppet master. One more second.
Hey.
I instinctively turned towards the words caught so much stand towards and instantly looked back to Ulyana. She was gone. I just needed to notice the deathly pallor upon my face and jumped over to me in the blink of an eye.
What happened?
I just saw Ulyana. There. I pointed my finger towards a tree. Sure, the sight of the butchered zombie was indeed gruesome, but at least she was dead, not walking around broad daylight with her face torn apart. She was calling me by name, even the name was my own. The last inch of my strength disturbed me, and I collapsed to my knees.
Where?
Masha was shaking by the shoulders. It wasn't her. That was... I don't know.
Get a hold of yourself.
I felt the round arms slap his me in the face and give Masha a questioning look. Slap his me. My cheek burned, but I slowly started to regain my composure. Ulyana was there. With her face. Basically, it was a zombie. Yeah, zombie Ulyana. That's the most irrational explanation I could give. Masha looked at me dumbfounded.
Anything can happen here.
Seen her yourself.
Thank God I didn't. Come on, I'll get you some water.
Describe my encounter with the creature in detail to everyone. Let me tell you one thing. Science can't explain whatever's going on here at the moment.
Oh shit. Science? It's outrageous devilry happening here. The hand of Satan. I wish we had a church nearby to light a candle.
And I said nothing, resorting to quiet sobbing. I'd almost completely recovered now as I was able to think straight. Now it's perfectly clear that we have to get out of here. Well, I'm not a real scientist, let alone a paranormalist. But if I recall correctly, all these demons and spirits are bound to a certain place. Therefore, if we get away from this place.
Now that's an excellent solution. Great job, Captain Obvious.
Masha grins, skeptically. I agree. I exclaimed, ignoring her.
Yeah.
Lana just gave a barely noticeable nod. So, it's all settled. I slammed my fist on the table and searched my feet.
Hold on, it's not like we all agreed on it.
Why would we hesitate? Why would we hesitate? I seriously wouldn't want a second encounter with a thing like that.
Where will we go? Do you even realize how long it will take to reach the city on foot?
Really think that nobody ever rides that road? A car, a bus, whatever, we'll get something eventually. I wouldn't be so sure. So you think it's better to stay here? Well, I didn't say that.
It's scary here, especially at night.
Lena whispered quietly.
Still doesn't mean we have to go anywhere.
Said Masha out loud. Give her a narrow look. No, something has surely changed in her. Perhaps I should have a gentle talk with her about it. Perhaps I should. Maybe she's also... Okay, let's take a vote. I said that in quite a confident tone, yet I still have my doubts. What if Masha's right? Perhaps we shouldn't be running around aimlessly? On the one hand, I have no idea what awaits us beyond the gates of this camp. On the other hand, it's really all hell breaking loose here.
Okay.
She shrugged. But still, I won't stand for another... I won't stand for another minute here. Leaving!
Stay. Let's try it. Maybe we'll indeed get lucky and catch a ride.
leaving. Everyone turned their eyes towards Lena.
I don't want to stay here.
Seems like my decision was going to affect the outcome anyway. So let's get going. What? I sprang to my feet. Everyone else remained seated with their heads down. Since we decided...
Well, since we decided...
Ashikaga slowly looked at me. Play a bad game like Ultra Rumble.
What about our stuff?
Asked Alyssa awkwardly. Do you really think that we should care now? Moaned Router gloomily.
Oh, you're probably right.
Well, in my case, my stuff had already vanished somewhere. In a few minutes, we were standing at the bus stop.
The city is that way.
Masha gestured at the horizon. It was there the day before yesterday. I grinned. Yeah, that way. Router confirmed. We paused in silence for a few moments and then slowly headed off towards our destination. Where's Lena? Summer sun was unbearably scorching, making the asphalt melt. Everything a few hundred feet away, the road, the trees, the grass, the sky, was melting in a bright heat haze that looked more like a burning fog. I was streaming with sweat and was starting to think that I was getting sunstroke. Sure, it would have been a great idea to bring more water with us. But back when we were setting only back when we were setting only thing back when we were setting only thing we could think of was getting our asses as far as possible from that damn camp. Eventually I felt like I was about to lose consciousness. Only the wretched trills of the grasshoppers kept me in touch with reality. Of course! This hellish noon is indeed their favorite part of the day. They couldn't care less what the scorching heat zeroed me. They liked an air movement. On the contrary, they felt great. It's a perfect backdrop for the final act of their last apocalyptic symphony. We probably should have stayed at the camp after all. At least we should have started this hike later, closer to the evening. Although wandering the unknown country road at night is hardly a good idea either. The sound of a stifled cry came from behind me. 100 feet away, Lisa was barely holding up Lena, keeping her from collapsing to the ground. I dashed up to them. What's the matter?
She's fainted.
I helped to carry Lena to the roadside. There was at least some shape from a small grove.
And that concludes our hike.
Said Masha in a gloomy mood, sinking down to the grass.
I warned you.
Fine, what does it change now? We've traveled for at least a couple of hours, so thinking of heading back to the camp was pointless. At least until the evening, when the heat will decrease a bit. But we still haven't seen a single car. I turned around and looked at Router. He pulled up his shirt and began to bring the sweat out of it. I was trying to revive Lena. If that's sunstroke...
Stop.
She shouted at me. If the deep sunstroke got herself in deep trouble, she won't make it anywhere. Walked towards the road, shielding my eyes with the sun in my hand and stared into the distance. Nothing but the same asphalt thread leaning beyond the horizon. No signs of civilization. Or any signs of human presence at all. It's like we're the only people left, not only in the camp but in the whole world. Though if you think about what has happened before, it's really not a big surprise. I went back to the others and sat down on the log. I guess we have to scout ahead. I looked at Router. Check what's ahead. Maybe we could find something and you just stay here for a while. She can't go anywhere right now anyway. Lena was lying with her eyes closed and gasping for air. Her portrait said otherwise.
The portrait's not on the screen.
Oh, earlier when it's like, she fainted. When it was Alyssa and Lena, they were both doing like the shocked expression.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Said Masha calmly. It just occurred to me that I planned to have a talk with her. It's definitely not time for that now. Let's go. Router shrugged his shoulders and followed me. He kept walking for about 50 minutes. The girls left far behind. What do you think? Any chance of us meeting somebody? He asked quietly. I don't know. I replied in an annoyed tone. I really wanted to refrain from talking now. Yeah, this field stretched to the horizon, sparsely sprinkled with patches of trees and hills. The landscape looked so typical and tranquil that, in fact, it caused anxiety. We found ourselves on the plains of hell. At least we could expect to be attacked from just anywhere, so we could brace ourselves and prepare for the worst. Now we just felt like little droplets of paint on the canvas of a nameless painter who paints the summer in central Russia, where we are now. All this only made our fear stronger. Look! Yelled Router. I narrowed my eyes and saw that on the road took a turn. So? What's so special? There must be something there. What makes you think that? Well, since it's a turn, we've been walking straight forward all the time, and now... Okay, let's go take a look. A few minutes he finally came to the gate to this Soviet pioneer camp. I sat down at the curb and buried my face in my hands. I didn't feel scared. I didn't feel any emotions at all, just the fatigue and the void inside of me. But, but, how? Mumbled Router. No idea. Besides, what's the difference anyway? It's not like there's any strange or anything else that happened to me in the last few days. Looked at him, feeling exhausted. Router slipped a trembling, expression of deathly horrors plastered in his face. Let's go back and fetch the girls. Looking for him, just shuffled off backward and we left him.
Found anything?
Asked Masha, chewing on some strawberries of uncertain origin. We did. At camp.
Okay.
She looked surprised. Our camp. Masha looked so silly now so I couldn't help flashing an ironic smile.
But you were going forward, not backward.
Forward. Forward. And Sovietok is there.
Hey, stop joking.
She exclaimed. I'm dead serious.
But...
Said Alyssa quietly. She was sitting down on the grass and cradling the head of Lena, who was still sleeping. Yeah, just like that. It said tiredly, dropped down to the ground.
Okay, it means we're heading there.
I looked at Masha keenly, suddenly realized that I can't wait anymore. Hey, what's happening with you?
What do you mean?
Her look screamed that now is the time for breezy chat. You were scared to death yesterday, yet today you have this happens to me all the time attitude.
What's the point in panicking?
She cracked a barely visible smile. If I didn't know you, I might finally my lip and turned away. Really, do I know her that well?
I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Sure, we spent so many years together, but I'll just keep reading until I get to a point where you need to speak.
Okay.
If you get down to it, I always thought more about myself. Rather, I always believed that she was completely satisfied. She was always the same to me. The same with just about anything, even when we were breaking up, as if she wasn't a real person, just my favorite article of clothing. Thinking about it, I have no idea what's going on in her soul. I just never cared about it. Us feeling like this under the circumstances doesn't seem to know fear. Seem more bizarre. Anything else that's happening to us. Don't think about that talk to each 2 evenings ago. She probably really is stronger than me.
Hey, are you listening to me at all?
Huh? You haven't said anything. Oh, shit. You were reading a line. I thought you sounded serious for a second there.
Huh? You ended?
No, I said, oh, you're reading. I thought you were serious for a second there. Oh, I was
No.
more tired than I thought. Oh, sorry, I got carried away. So much has happened. She looked at me sternly.
Let's get going to the camp or wherever you were, if that's the same old camp.
All right. In fact, it's not like we had any other choice. Rather than scorching you would only yield more casualties.
But we have to carry her along.
Yes, just a sec. Let me figure it out. About 2 fairly long and sturdy sticks in the nearby grove. Coming back toward Router to take his shirt off. He tried to object, but soon enough he realized that there was no use in arguing. Took off my shirt as well. We made a sort of a stretcher attaching the pouch to the poles.
But hold.
Masha gave our device a questioning look, but also gave it a few strong pulls, ensuring its strength and smiled. It will at least until we reach the camp. Hmm. If we, it was hard to go in this heat, but it was even harder to carry the injured that is Lena. Several times I was fainted, barely caught myself just halfway to the ground. Router felt even worse. Both Masha and Alicia were doing more something plays with him every now and then. Still, my pride won't allow me to ask them to carry Lena for a minute. Still, sure, it's silly to act like this under these circumstances, but I couldn't help myself. This is yet another flaw in my personality, along with coldness and inattentiveness to others, even my loved ones, and other less than noble traits. Finally, we somehow made it to the camp gates, and I glanced at the grass in the shadow, although the unknown pioneer stench had completely worn out.
Actually, as our camp.
Masha lingered on the words.
Indeed, it looks the same. We have to carry her to a cabin.
Alyssa mentioned quietly. Yeah, I got up with considerable effort and prepare for the last run. Uh, did I fucking, ugh. Do I check the log? Oh, external prepare for the last run. Oopsies. The obvious choice to look at Japan's cabin. Most likely because she managed to come through the last night without major problems. At least we are still alive. Me and Router were sprawled exhausted on the bed, and the girls were undressing one on the other.
Look,
Said Masha sternly. It's not like there's anything worth looking at. What the fuck? I snored, turned away, giving Router a harsh poke in the ribs, making him follow my lead.
we're gonna get some water and probably rummage through the canteen too.
It's dangerous to go alone.
Wanna come along?
She grinned. No thanks, please take that pipe with you. I said uncertainly.
You really think it will help?
I sighed heavily and closed my eyes. Oh, be careful then. Door closed after a second. You asleep? Router's whisper reached me. As if one could sleep here. All at once I heard Lena moan from the other bed. Sat up on my elbows and looked at her. Lena was tossing, turning under the blanket. Suddenly she opened her eyes and abruptly turned to face me. A devil's grin was frozen on her face. Same one I saw yesterday evening.
Not enough for you?
Eh? She burst into laughter. I felt the shiver run down my spine. My ability to speak vanished. You, you, what? I started through the sleep. I turned to him sharply. Look! I whipped my hands pointing at Lena's bed. What? I got up and looked where I was pointing, pressing back at me. I turned and just saw Lena sleeping peacefully. Didn't you hear it? What? Lena was awake and said, "Well, it seems like you got sunstroke too." He turned towards the wall. I'm absolutely sure that I heard and saw it. Well, it could be true that he got to me at last, but it all seems to be exactly like that time. And it wasn't Lena. At the very least, not the Lena I knew. As if she's possessed by the devil. I lay down and pulled a blanket over my head. Really want to sleep. The realization that I might never wake up again if I fall asleep now was keeping me up and running. For how long I spent lying like that, trembling into Russell, but eventually the door burst open and steps out of the room. Really freed up from under the blanket, caught a glimpse of Alyssa and Masha, entering with a bucket of water and some bags.
I see you went a bit cuckoo here.
Yeah, sorta. Replied the trembling voice, trying to flash a smile. Everything's okay?
Seems like it.
Glanced at Lana yet again, but she was still sleeping quietly. Was it just my imagination? Sure, given a condition of such extreme emotional stress and physical fatigue, I might be seeing things. Kevin considered Robert took a cover on the table and scooped out some water. So, what are we doing next?
I have to stay here for now. But Olga Dmitrovna has called the police.
Muttered Alyssa.
Yeah, but everyone disappeared after that. Stupid.
In any case, until Lena comes her what? Until Lena comes her senses. Although if I ever if I ever happen to see her like this again, I would frankly rather that she doesn't wake up. Alyssa lay down on Lena's bed, and Masha sat down next to me. Fucking narcoleptic death, Ricky.
Get some sleep.
She gently stroked the top of my head. Can you really sleep with all this happening?
Oh, keep guard. We'll keep guard. You look really tired.
I guess she was right. Okay, but just a nap. Wake me up for evening. She didn't say a word, just smiled instead. Promise.
I promise.
Replied Masha quietly. I closed my eyes and instantly tumbled to a dream. Here they come and get the grasshoppers. 6'3" cake, huge swamp green monstrosity with really long curved legs. Wings that would match the wingspan of large and lighter, enormous pitch black eyes. It was hanging over me, grinning and spluttering something really loud, so I didn't understand any of their language. Judging by the tone, it was anything nice that you would hear on the morning news. I wanted to get away, but he clutched me tightly with his wretched claw. With my bones cracking, feeling my ribs breaking, piercing my internal organs with sharp splinters. Hundreds of hammers smashing some of my skull, faded, next little fountain of blood, flesh sprang all over the place. Jumped up in cold sweat, my own screams still reverberating in the room. It took me several seconds to clear the dimness from my eyes. I looked around frantically and realized that it was evening already. It was completely dark outside. Good grief, we didn't turn off the light yesterday. Wash was lying asleep next to me, while Roderick was curled up on the floor. Lena was lying on the other bed, tightly wrapped in the blanket. Yet Alyssa was nowhere to be seen. Hey! I woke Masha up with a few rough prods.
What?
She slowly came to her senses. Didn't I ask you?
Sorry, I fell asleep.
She had such a guilty expression on her face that I felt sick. I shouldn't have relied on her. Lizzie could have set off an alarm. Woke Router up. Where's Alyssa?
I don't know.
Said Masha worriedly. Well, who does know? We were all asleep.
Well, she was sleeping here and then.
Her eyes darted around guiltily. And then you fell asleep. She hung her head and let out a heavy sigh. Oh, perfect. Just perfect. Found my fist on the table, making Masha jump. Okay, you sit here and we'll go and find her.
Alone?
Face suddenly took on an expression of fright. Although, wasn't it you who told me that it's not worth panicking?
Yeah, but it's not.
Oh, fine, I'll go alone.
But
Or do you really want to sit here with only Lena? Macha kept silent. It's dangerous to go alone. I noticed that Router seemed to have fully awakened. It's not dangerous for her to sit here all alone. Felt that there's no point arguing, so I got up, grabbed my trusty pipe, and headed for the door. In any case, given that people have been disappearing into thin air, one can't feel safe anywhere or in any company. Of course, it still could turn out that Alyssa just went somewhere. To the toilet, for example. Though given how frightened she looked, I guess she would have woken up Monster just to held it to morning. Damn, anything but going all alone to the camp. Braced myself, pulled at the handle, went outside. Swept my eyes across the landscape, and then I saw Alyssa
I
hanging
hope
high, hanging high above the ground with the tree right in front of the cabin. Sharp pain through the tips of the cliffs to the ground, which though among that literally felt my whole body being bound in stiff chains. Blind with fear, barely managed to crawl back to the cabin to close the door.
My man. Yeah.
Wonderful tongue, Sarah.
Oh, why is that?
Here, let me go back a few panels.
Okay. Oh. Blind with fear, I barely managed to fall back into the cabin and close the door.
Yeah, fucking. I think there's someone hanging.
Oh my god, Sayori, is that you? A bestie, don't hang around.
Jesus Christ.
What happened?
Masha rushed over to me. Don't look! I grasped her arm. Don't go outside!
It's just Sayori.
What's the matter?
She reached out for the door handle. I attempted to stop her, but still weak that I could only let out a word of despair. Open door, Masha screamed frozen in her tracks. Getting my sense of strength, I got up and kicked the door shut. Next moment, Masha fainted and fell back into my arms. Carried her to the bed and put down next to the shaking brother. His face told me that I definitely not interested in knowing what happened there. While these screams were blend on, she rose slightly in her head and gave us a glance.
What's happening?
She asked in a whisper. I didn't know how I should reply. I felt the scream rising in my throat and managed to muffle it to a hollow sigh. Lena was horrified, but she still didn't realize what exactly happened to her. Don't go outside, I moaned. Like Masha, she wasn't one to argue. Impressive silence ensued. Even the grasshopper seemed to quiet down, nor had suspense of the situation. Masha was still lying on my lap. Router was quivering in the corner of the bed, and Lena was sitting in front of me with an expression of doom and despair on her face. I stared at the door with unblinking gaze, waiting for a moment it would burst open. My fear could manifest in any concrete form. Homicidal maniac, monster, an alien. Whoops. It was the horror of the unknowable. Darkness and emptiness. I was afraid that I would be torn to pieces just like Slavia or become a zombie like Uliana. I was afraid to disappear, vanish without a trace from this world. Masha let out a quiet moan.
I just had such a nightmare.
It wasn't a dream. She opened her eyes and wide and looked at me with horror.
There, then there.
Don't look! I shouted and hastily embraced her. Lena started crying loudly, ran up and pressed herself against me, trembling all over. Long minutes dragged on in agonizing silence.
So what are we gonna do now?
Asked Masha through her tears. She didn't seem so self-confident now, though we were all in the same situation. Time passed, yet nothing happened. We had to make a decision. Couldn't say that I came back to my senses after what I saw. I still felt my mind clearing up a bit. I knew one thing for certain: we can't stay here. It wasn't because it was more dangerous here than anywhere else. It's because I can't endure staying near the corpse of Alyssa. It's even more of a gut-wrenching experience for the girls. We have to go, I said quietly. Tomasha and Lena hugging me even tighter. We have to. Her stout shaking left the bed. How are you feeling? I asked Lena. She said nothing. Can you walk?
Rapidly.
I gently escaped their embraces and got up. We have to run. At night it would be easier to go.
But we.
Watch tried to make a humble objection. Yeah, I know that we decided to stay, but now we have to get out of here. Turn the router. You do realize that they shouldn't see all that. Gave a barely visible nod. The router didn't know what happened to Alyssa. It was obvious that his vivid imagination conjured so many gruesome theories during this time that he's probably more depressed than me. Okay, so we're gonna hold hands and go. I'll go first and lead the way. Masha goes next, then Lena, then you. I looked at the girls. They're sitting with their heads hanging down, sobbing quietly. Ready? Nobody replied. It was obviously a useless question. No one could never be ready for such a situation. I took Masha's hand, turned around, and gave Lena and Router a serious look. Okay, now shut your eyes and don't open them no matter what. You got that? Yeah. Lena nodded. I sealed myself, burst open the door, went out, holding Masha's hand. Watch out for the steps. We made our way outside. I darted a final glance at Alyssa. What I saw now didn't send me sprawling on the ground, although my heart was racing frantically. Feeling sick and dizzy, my stomach turned. She was hanging about 5 meters above the ground. Several neckerchiefs tied together in a string were tightened around her throat. She had protruding tongue. Petri cages already at work on the body. It looked like she didn't die a couple hours ago, at least a couple of days. Fresh agony and inhumane suffering were permanently present on her face. It was clear that she couldn't have done such a thing to herself. My God, who came up with all this? Maybe we are now. I hastened my steps away from the diabolical sets, dragging the others along. I read them to open
that's how Sarah News died.
Damn. I wrote them to open their eyes, only to reach the square.
How dare you?
He's still there.
Asked Masha not let go.
Wait, Mike.
I'm just not.
Wait, did you?
Who? Alicia?
Whoa. Lena cried out loud and burst into tears with a new voice. Masha embraced her and tried to comfort her. What happened to her? Muttered Router with a faltering tongue. I bet you don't want to know that. For a while I just stood there and looked at the moon. Lena was sunk. Router was pacing a circle around as Masha sat down on the bench and buried her face in her hands. Okay, it's time. Said quietly, yet nobody moved. We can't stay here. I Masha leaned over and took her hand. She raised her eyes, filled with tears at me and nodded. We slowly proceeded to the bus stop. The lips night has fallen on the camp. I noticed that the grasshoppers were almost quiet. Keeping silent for some time, now they resumed their nasty song, but this time it's much quieter, and I might say a little bit more respectful. Daytime progressive noise changed to a nocturne for violin and orchestra. Is there any chance they're conscious about what's going on here? Of course, we assume that there are grasshoppers in hell too. We came to the bus stop and stopped, hesitating.
So, where are we going?
Asked Masha, wiping her tears. Okay, we already tried going to the right. Let's go to the left.
But there's no town there.
A couple of days ago, there's no camp to the right.
Maybe we shouldn't.
Lena stopped quietly. We have no choice. I won't stay here any longer. We were just about to get moving when we heard noises approaching us from far away. She eyes caught a glimpse of someone coming from here down the road. A bus! Exclaimed Ryder with joy in his voice. Shut up, you fool! That's not a bus! People are approaching! I hissed at him.
Lots of people.
Said Masha anxiously. It was utterly clear that we shouldn't stay here any longer. I turned and saw someone approaching us down the road from the other direction too. The noise is getting louder. Chirping grasshoppers, although not the usual one, which learned a distorted version of it fast to a guitar amplifier. No. I shoved, nobody moved. Oh, screw it! I grabbed Masha and let his hand start back to the camp. The girls were flat and stupid, so I had literally dragged them. We dashed to the square and stopped to catch his breath, but only then it was around with left behind.
We have to go back and get him.
Walked a screen shift towards the bus stop. Are you nuts? I pulled her hand and forced her to stop. You want us all to meet the same fate? Lena was trembling so wildly that I felt my right hand shake its patellas. Keep running!
Me too.
No, into the woods! I took a look at Joanna's camp wasn't an option. My self-preservation instinct also suggests that we shouldn't stay in open areas as well. dashed towards the woods. I held the girl's hands tightly. They ran with difficulty, especially when I was swaying and weaving. She fell a few times, but I quickly picked her up, spurring her on. Shouts and dragged her on.
Okay, I just want to mention something. If it ever forgets to say the, it's because the isn't a word in Russian. Like, there's no word for the, so.
But it says pass the trees.
Yeah, it's just like, that probably slipped through the editor. Yeah, forgetting the word and add a word.
The full moon was shining up in the sky, and the dark wood I'm still caught surrounding the snags, branches falling to pits. Nettles were slashing my legs and leaves were nipping my face, leaving painful scratches. My arms pounding heavily for a thing took was so painfully in my lungs. The blood was pounding so quickly that seemed like I was still burns from pressure. I still feel my body. My legs carried me forward by themselves. At last I ran into a clearing and stopped. I dodged the ghost from the ground and a sound from the tree. Who were they? People or demons or something else? Where's that chirping sound coming from? Making me on the toilet clips that probably for the best. So I suddenly from my senses and looked for the girls. Lena was lying dead on the ground, so they completely lost it. Masha was sitting on her knees and rocking from side to side. You've got to do something. I said as I sat near her.
Too late. Where can it go?
She whispered in a low voice. We're still alive. That means there's still hope.
No, there's nothing now. It's all over.
I'm going to surrender another time. No, it's not. I sat staring into the darkness of the forest. Grasshoppers could barely be heard now. Not for Masha's labored breathing, I would think I was dead.
Forgive me.
She whispered quietly. For what?
For everything. For being like that. For whatever we failed to achieve.
It's not the right time for that now, I said tenderly.
I don't have much time left, so I say it's the right time.
She looked up at me and faintly smiled.
I don't remember anything here. Like, just in this part. So I don't know. Maybe
Okay.
just be careful. I think you'll be fine. Forgive me. Just, like, have your finger on the trigger.
I can't really do that. I guess for now I'll just switch layers on fucking Streamlabs to the lounge
Yeah.
area.
You want to do that?
Yeah. And we can see Sarah News is actually here the whole time. No way.
Yeah, muted though.
Yeah. Oh well.
Someone doesn't have a reactive.
Yeah, I had to manually set it for her. For them. My bad.
If only I hadn't been so selfish in the first place.
I looked into her eyes, her bottomless, sorrowful eyes, and felt a hot tear crossing my cheek. No, it's me who should be sorry.
Actually, Miku, is that you?
I was totally ignorant
Yes,
what to
it
say
is.
in such a situation. I did so much wrong to her, caused her so much pain, and now, at the last minute, I can't think of anything other than an empty, I'm sorry. So overwhelmed with anger at my helplessness, being unable to protect the only person I held dear. You know, I always loved you.
I know.
She said quietly. Masha smiled again, although her face was trembling and tears were running through her cheeks, down her cheeks. And I still love you.
I know.
I couldn't stand it. I longed to turn away, to close my eyes, but I can't afford weakness at this last minute. I leaned down and kissed her hard. Time stood still for us. This cursed pioneer camp, the dark night, all those hell-spawning, even the bloody grasshoppers just ceased to exist. The whole universe ceased to exist. Just the two of us were left.
God, that face.
Just when I was almost willing to believe that it was all just Patrick, the woods came alive with rustling. Foliage far away quivered and a swarm of vague silhouettes emerged from the darkness. I still couldn't make them out, but I was certain that they were the same creatures that we'd seen at the bus stop. My whole body was stricken with dismay. I was afraid to breathe.
So this is how it ends.
Said Masha quietly and held me tighter. No, this is not the end. Suddenly I realized that I will fight for her until the last drop of my blood, as long as there's the slightest chance of survival. I jumped up, tugged her off the ground, and rushed over to Lena. She was lying deathly pale with her eyes open. She didn't seem to understand what was happening at all. I started shaking her by the shoulders. Get up! There was no reaction. I gave her a few slaps and she let out a dull moan. Get up! Now! As I roused Lena, she stared at me with a spaced-out look. Let's run! I grabbed the girls by their hands and rushed aimlessly. The further from them, the better. I was tumbling down, getting up again, helping Lena and Masha to get up, too, hewing through the dense foliage. Eventually, the noise faded, leaving us with only the quiet chirping grasshoppers. The light flickered in the distance. Soon enough, we came into a small clearing, completely sheltered by the trees. There was a building in it that someone looked like a kindergarten. What is that? I think I can switch layers now, or back to it for now.
Yeah, you're good.
What is that? I stammered.
Sarah News.
The building of the old camp?
Said Lana faintly. It seems that she was slowly coming back to her senses. I stopped, hesitating. Sure, it was quite naive to think that we could find shelter there. It was obvious that we can't be secure anymore with all the stuff that's happening. On the other hand, we were on the verge of collapsing. Especially the girls. I took a few ascending steps towards the building when the rustling from behind reached my ears. I froze in my tracks and able to turn around. The rustlings were growing louder and suddenly heard the diabolical chirping.
My voice probably was inside that.
Oh. Where you kept her turn around. Crowds behind me. Grabbed one of the girls, or rather grabbed my own.
My nose!
The same torn face and one distorted smile. All the same another sound chirping grass. It's a diabolical noise that choked my both of us stood down, taking a distinct step away. Also, one of the only ones gave one to crap. Pulled the seven head ground from my back. Birds of horror curling frozen in space. In space, she stepped into one.
Seriously.
Her voice felt like a bullet piercing crack in my brain. Scream fled towards the old camp and dragged the girls along. With the fact that please stop taking watch from mine. The girls experienced my shine like did not know. The worst thing now is to get away as far as possible from these monsters. I woke in complete darkness. My whole body ached, especially my legs, but somehow still managed to get up, leaning against the wall. The sound of the old yawn as there's nowhere to be heard, which calmed me down a little. Called down in a thin voice. Masha. Lena. Heard a movement nearby and felt someone gripping my leg. Simply jumped back with the same look, the faint voice came from below.
Are we still alive?
Seems like it. Helped Masha get up. Suddenly, bright light fired up a couple meters away from me. Leaning against the wall, traveling with me there as those Lena would turn my flashlight. Where did that come from? Where'd you get that? Lena came closer, limping.
I took it just in case. Yesterday.
I took the flashlight from her, showing it around. We were in some kind of tunnel. The walls were lined with wires, while the lamps were hanging from the ceiling.
Where are we?
I don't know. Looks like some kind of bomb shelter. Looked up and saw a pretty formidable hole, beyond which one could barely make out the hallway of the old camp building. The floor had probably rotted with age. We all fell down here. First glance from them and climbed back. Too high and there's nothing to grab. So what is there? Go further? I asked, not really expecting an answer.
I don't know, but we'll have to check.
I showed the flashlight ahead of us and took a few uncertain steps. My whole body was covered in bruises and scratches, but I could still walk.
Ouch.
Lena cried out behind me. What is it?
Souvenirs.
I think I sprained my ankle.
I was honestly expecting next line to be something cliched like, leave me behind, I'll only be a bird, but of course you can never say that. Okay, lean on me. I went over to land and offered her my shoulder. Soon enough, the stone walls gave way to what once we had been this sort of mine.
Let's have a break.
Masha begged.
Not a time for a picnic.
I carefully leveled down as the ground sat down nearby. At least those monsters are nowhere to be seen.
For how long?
I sighed heavily, closed my eyes.
What do you think is going on here?
Masha's voice was trembling, but she still sounded more or less confident. She was so exhausted and devastated that there is no strength left for fear. I don't know. And honestly, I don't want to know.
We're gonna get out.
Definitely. I couldn't see her face, but sure that she was smiling. Suddenly, the flashlight blinked to point out. I hit it with my pain and palm several times. The mind's walls lit up with the dim light once again. I immediately realized that something was wrong. Lena was nowhere to be found. Lena's disappeared. I whispered.
What?
Masha grabbed me by the sleeve and stared at the spot where Lena had been sitting a moment ago. How?
How? But how?
She started to cry quietly.
We will die. We will definitely die.
I also very much wanted to burst into tears. Darkness surrounded us all around, closing in. The flashlight was gradually dying. We had our chances of survival. Get up, time to go. The battery will die soon. A couple minutes later, we came to a fork. What the hell is this going to land for too? I said under my breath.
Let's go back, maybe?
No, no way. Masha pressed against me even harder.
Where to then?
I don't know, but we had to choose anyway. Decided to go right. So we came to another fork.
Where to now?
Let's stick to the direction we chose before. We had been wandering for too long. We had neither strength nor will left to move on. So terribly thirsty, ready like the moisture from the walls.
Sit. Just a little bit.
We can't! Must keep going!
But just a minute.
Masha begged in anguish. Fine. She lowered her head onto my shoulder. The flashlight was blinking more and more often, so I decided to turn it off for now to save the battery.
This is it.
Ellipses. I don't know how much time passed. I desperately wanted to sleep, my eyes were closing by themselves. How did we first meet? That was so long way ago. Do you remember? I asked in a whisper.
What?
Marsha's voice was trembling. How we met.
Yes.
She tried to laugh but immediately began to cough.
I will sleep for a while, okay?
Just for a while, you'll sleep through the whole day again.
Oh, but will you wake me up?
Of course. I kissed her and closed my eyes. Oblivion was getting close, but I didn't care. I was transported back in time to that very day. My whole body was aching. Perhaps my brain couldn't rest peacefully because of strength thousand signals from my nerve endings. So I rose and woke up Masha after all we were planning to survive. How long have we been in this mine? Fork after fork, tunnel after tunnel. Masha was whispering something all the time. To the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Then we'll be able to handle even one more turn. Suddenly the fireside had a tight passage of darkness, and we found ourselves in an open chamber.
Look.
Masha was pointing somewhere into the darkness. I flashed the light there and saw a neckbeard chief lying on the ground.
This is not.
No, let's go. Scott and Lambert found themselves in a small room. There were broken bottles over the floor, pipes stretched along the walls, and at the end of them were rusted valves. Messy graffiti was scrawled along the walls. Least of the change of scenery. I sighed. Flashlight almost died, and I had to shake it up every 10 seconds later to kill the battery. Exhausted, Masha dropped to the floor. We can't stop. I'm sure there's the exit somewhere here.
How do you know?
I looked at her. She honestly had no energy anymore. Masha was struggling through exhaustion, could lose consciousness any second. I just know it. I smiled, trying to look encouraging.
Well, if so,
She leaned against the wall and stood up hardly. Sit here for now. See what is further on.
I'm afraid.
Masha trembled. I'm not going far. She raised her hands to me, full of hope, and nodded almost imperceptibly. I looked around and noticed a heavy iron door. My attempt to open it came to nothing. It was completely rusted shut. Oh, I wish that pipe was here now. There's no other choice. I braced my leg on the wall and threw my weight against the handle. My muscles bulged, my forehead was awash with sweat, my vision darkened. The door didn't budge, she gave a hollow rattle. It's alright. Wait a second. I shouted over to Marsh, gasped for breath. I need to find some kind of stick. I ran over to Marsh, bent down and smiled. There's definitely an X behind this door.
Huh?
She looked at me warily. I ran in the room again to scour the mind in search of something suitable. Flashlight was about to die, and having blinked its last, it finally went out. I panicked, began to blunder around trying to find the way back. I kept running into walls, couldn't remember at all how we got here. Masha! Masha! I screamed, hoping that she would hear me. Suddenly a sound came up behind me, a light appeared in my shadow, appeared on the ground, torch in her hand. The priest was speaking right into my grin.
I'm coming for you.
Stay alone, I saw the square last evening. The stairs that opened to the cabin, the was left at the same time, not like a creature like those yanas.
I am coming for you.
You. Who are you? I squeezed down.
It's Lemma. Don't you recognize me?
She burst into devilish laughter.
You completely forgot what you love. Have fun with them.
We're stuck in the room.
It's alright. There's nobody left now. Just the two of us.
So you did everything?
Bingo! Not everything, of course.
It's like her face became guilty, but then she grinned again.
Sly, of course. She was always so annoying. She was Miss Reliability, diligent, hardworking, always everywhere, agreeing with everyone. Yucky, boring to scream while I was caring for awful arms. Huh? It's a pity you didn't get to see it all.
Not to get in trouble, she slowly let her down and her eyes rolled up.
And then Alicia. Everybody's annoying me. I don't need anyone. Now she's hanging peacefully alone on a tree. However, it wasn't easy to lift her up there, but it had a much greater effect. How you all screamed. Huh? Like pigs to a slaughterhouse.
On his face was this grin of sick pleasure.
Alright. Just that bit me through the field wreck, and then it's over.
She grazed gently and poured blood from behind her back.
Well, actually,
She knew that she was lost in thought.
I don't know what crap in the form of Yelena was. Her and the other pioneers weren't killed by me, but doesn't matter now.
She shook the torch and flared out in a second.
Right here, I will be quick.
Regardless of that came from me. That means she was after Masha. Let's do something quickly. If I have absolutely no she can run, dark to lead story. Screw it! I ran away as soon as Lena went. They're only sure my family smashed the wall. I turned around and tried to move slowly, but I still don't know another obstacle. Fell down, screamed in pain. Trying to rise, realized I couldn't pull any weight on my left leg. It seems like I twisted it. I tried to crawl, but it worked out badly. My mind was with sharp stones, rusty nails, rusty rails, and broken boards. After only short while my eyes were torn, bleeding pieces of meat, my eyes could be opened because of the dust and sand. I foamed in my pockets and pulled up the matchbox. I tried to light a match with my shaking hands, but couldn't get to the light. Calm down. Calm down. I muttered. At last, at the fifth track, the light was lit by a dim light. Quickly learned to myself 3.5 months. It seemed to me that only a few seconds of my breath was took with a Masha. The last match went up, and I said that time, see ladder, raising a cleaver above Masha. Pressed towards them, screaming, dived forward. My hand suddenly collided something, fell to the ground again, smashing everything around me. Both my punches hit the mark, then my hands meant something stopped. I heard a moan and dead silence set in. I rolled onto my back and started breathing heavily, inhaling the dry air greedily. Masha, I called. I heard quiet sobs. Are you still alive?
Yes.
She whispered. Did she get you?
No.
The end full of the darkness soon found the torch on a lighter. Shapeless shadows began to dance on the walls. I saw Lena's body sprawled on the floor. She seemed to be alive. I was going to finish her.
Um,
Masha crawled over me and grabbed my leg. But we can't just...
you don't need to.
Of course, Lena was to blame for everything. But she's the devil incarnate. There's no way you could let a human like her, if she could still be called a human, live. But when I looked at Masha, I realized that I can't. I just can't. I took the cleaver from the floor, twisting it in my hands, decided that would make a perfect crowbar. Going over the door, jammed into the wheel, pulled it out as hard as I could. The door creaked and opened. Fresh air steamed into the room. We're saved. Turned the Masha helped her to get up, and we left the room, leaving Lena lying unconscious. On the door, there's a short corridor with a ladder at the end of it, which led up to a grating. Climbed up and pulled on it with all my strength. The grating fell down, crashed, and we climbed out. I fell to the grass exhausted and looked around. Again this square. Again this camp. The bright red dawn was breaking in the east, burning the tops of the distant forest. The last stars winked at me, unaware of everything that had happened here in this hell. Masha rested her head on my shoulder and pointed to the sky with a trembling hand.
I wish we were there.
Though we got out of dungeon, nothing is over. Crowds of zombie Oleanas are wandering through the camp. Saint Lena's lying underneath, and heaven knows how much more devilry we'll encounter here.
I really want to sleep.
And know how to answer, because they don't know where to run, don't know where we can be safe, don't know how to return to our world. Sleep. I patted Masha's head.
Listen, would this not make a great script for a film?
She laughed out loud. I looked at her in horror. Masha was smiling. Her smile wasn't diabolical like that one of Lena's. It was pure, honest, maybe even childish. Her exhaustion had gone away and her eyes were shining with a cheerful spark. What happened to you? I could hardly speak.
Everything is fine.
She lay down my shoulder again.
She's a crazy bitch.
That was the last scene.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Hatsune Miku?
Suddenly I felt my strength leaving me. My vision darkened, my consciousness began to float away somewhere. I was lying in silence and only the sound of Masha's breath could be heard. Not the grasshoppers chirping like all of them had died at last, but only Masha's steady breathing, and her smile.
Was that the bite of 87? No.
I struggled to open my eyes. Bright moonlight reflected on the water, cheerfully skipping on the waves. A light night breeze was blowing somewhere far away, and now was hooting. I looked at Masha, who was peacefully sleeping, slept nearby, and worked on my shirt. What a dream.
Can we put it off just in case?
Okay, intermission time.
Don't think there's anything here. I'm just trying to be
My mobile phone dimly showed the time. 3 a.m. We better go to bed or tomorrow Uncle Mitchell will make us decidedly wash up with something inscripted pen next to her. Quickly went through 2 pages horrified, scribbling that it's got to climb into my dream. Bile rose in my throat, my eyes darkened. Lush rolled over, opened her eyes, and looked at me.
You awake?
Did you write this? I asked, thick-tongued.
Yes, what's wrong?
I didn't know how to answer. I just couldn't understand what was going on.
You're sleeping so cutely. I didn't want to wake you up, and the grasshoppers were chirping so loudly, so I...
She smiled. Wait, but why we are here now? We're not pioneers, we're filming here and all that kind of stuff, aren't we?
Oh, of course we are.
Mush looked at me uncomprehendingly. Maybe I woke up, read what she wrote, and then fell asleep again?
Your drenched with sweat.
She folded the pockets of
Going
the
on?
pioneer uniform lying next to her, gave me a handkerchief. A typical Russian handkerchief embroidered with colorful flowers. I took it and suddenly felt a surge of warmth, the same warmth you feel when someone dear to your heart gives you a present.
Shall we go?
Masha started getting dressed. I think I can switch back now.
Yeah. So, like, originally this game wasn't as censored as it now is, so...
Yes,
So I have to tell.
let's go. I barely stood up and went down to the river. Down, down, down by
Yeah.
the river. Cold water revived me, and that dream stopped seeming so real. After all, it was just a dream, wasn't it? On the way back, Wash held my hand and chattered about everything nonstop. Came to the square.
I hope these creatures will let me sleep at least tonight.
She said thoughtfully. Who?
Grasshoppers!
Ah, yes. That'd be great.
Well, I'll go.
She looked at me keenly, turned around when I was about to leave. Wait! I grabbed her hand, pulled her towards me, and kissed her hard. Because sometimes a dream is just a dream. Reality's reality.
Disgusting.
I guess Tatsune Miku.
What is this?
How
I
you-
don't even... Every story
Miku end.
has its
Yeah.
beginning.
Wait, so there's different endings? So like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's different endings.
Every story has its own outline. Synopsis, contents, key points, a prologue, and an epilogue. There's no book which, if you read it again, would not reveal new details you didn't notice before. Every story has its beginning and its end. Almost every.
Can't believe it was all nothing but a dream. What a classic trope. Ew, get out of my sight, Miku.
Wait, you don't like Miku?
I do love Miku, but that Miku, oh fuck. That Miku.
Motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Motherfucker. I fucking knew it.
Goes not to Mike. Excuse me, what is this? Goes not to
Soviet
Mike.
Games team. Thank you for playing this game.
Goes not to Mike. Can you mind explaining what's happening?
She's playing her
Uh,
guitar right now. It's really cool. Look how happy she is. What the fuck?
Yeah, I didn't want to draw any attention to that.
Uh,
Thank you and goodbye for now. End.
Ten out of 10 visual novel. You know, it was a walking simulator, truth be told. You know, I came in last 20 minutes of the game, and it it was a walking simulator.
Wow. 2 hours and 20 minutes of that. I almost fell asleep during that.
Well, but it was so scary.
It was.
It was so spooky too.
Oh, ready for this jump scare, Sarah News, when I hit exit game.
Sort of thing. What the fuck?
And that's all she
That's
wrote.
one of the characters.
Oh dear heavens!
Well, I think that. Oh my fucking god.
Why? What's wrong?
Nothing. Other ping that didn't want to show up on my tablet now finally decided to show up just so fucking.
Well, Ghost Hunter Mike, how did you die?
I die.
Yeah, the earlier today when Scarlett confirmed that the Counter-Zack server is actually Purgatory, just like the Ed and Eddie creepypasta. How did you die?
Who said I died?
Well,
Well, we're all in purgatory together. You
yeah,
have to have died. Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Me too. I mean, Scarlett already made a joke about how I died, so I mean,
I can't remember how I died.
Yeah.
oh, he's the fucking main protagonist. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm a what protagonist?
Oh, the fucking main protagonist with amnesia. You're like, I don't know how I died. I'm here to save you all now. Oh
You
my
know,
god.
you got a lot of nerve talking for someone who does a reactive set. I could just override yours right now.
Guys had to make, yo, poopy head. Do you know that?
My house fell on me.
I
Oh,
got lynched.
Sarah News got the Alyssa ending.
true. You gotta listen. You gently open the door looking ass, motherfucker.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
That's
The character that
that's
she's
the girl
using
that
right now.
yeah, you remember when you first joined and you saw the girl hanging? Yeah,
Yeah.
her.
Oh my god. She was just say yo.
Also my reactive.
Oh my god. On stream. Let me go check out stream. She's a fucking reactor. Let me go check.
Yeah, I'm hot as hell.
Yours wasn't displayed because I don't have you as a separate layer for the streaming.
I'm just a fucking PNG. I'm just a
Yeah,
fucking.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god. Wait,
Was the cosplay coming soon?
wait a second. That fucking So the game you were playing, I thought you hated it. Wait,
Me?
what the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, how many endings have you went through?
Two.
He only well, technically three, two and a half.
Two
So
and a
two
half.
and a
No.
half.
How many of them do characters die in? Or
I
Like
think
only a couple.
what the fuck?
what?
Yeah, there's other people that die in other endings.
What?
And why the fuck didn't Hatsune Miku everybody
I
just
feel like
fucking
the
dies?
game just spoiled it. If you do Lena's bad ending, she murders Alyssa
Oh.
because she's a
Guahia.
Tsundere.
You know, it's funny because
And so,
I went for her first route and I got
yeah,
fucking
you were
Semyon.
gonna end up on it, but then it was like, no, you actually have to finish the Semyon route first.
Really?
I don't really remember much
In
about
order to get her ending, you need
Slavia.
to fucking beat Semyon's route.
That's so
Yeah,
dumb.
it's, it's Slavia's route was I don't remember it. I remember uh Alyssa's ending though, and so in all the other endings, like remember in Semyon's ending, you like basically just wake up at home and you're like alone and depressed.
Yeah.
So in all of the other endings, you meet the real versions of the girls, basically.
Yeah, I imagine so because with some of the images saw like them in freaking
Like,
winter coats.
yeah, and there's actually like a canon and a sequel.
Sequel?
Yeah. Um, Please, where is it?
You know what? I'll make the joke
Frosty.
since no one else is here. Does it go by the name Cood Wafter?
No, it's just called Frosty Kiss.
Portugal.
Is it on Steam?
Yeah, yeah, it's on Steam. It's free.
Oh,
As like all the girls, but as they are in real life.
I shall spoil myself to see who the canon ending is.
Oh dear heavens.
Oh, it's a harem ending.
What?
But
Well,
inside of the sequel, you get to choose one.
well, guys, we had a good run.
I had fun as a PNG.
You were not even there for most of it as a PNG,
So fuck up,
let
Mike.
alone a
I
JPEG,
was there the entire time.
let alone a JPG.
Um, there's a so
Speak a bit. Speak.
shut up. Fuck you. So basically, all the girls are different in real life, but like they're like similar in the way that they act, but like not like is exaggerated. Basically,
Yeah.
um, um,
oh.
forgot what, like the adult version of like some of the other characters look like. Um,
I was gonna say for the most part they seem to be just the exact same.
uh, Not Ilyana.
Well, yeah, I
Like
figured that she's like,
her, she's like a college student. And,
Zam.
man, she's got like those
yeah, it's like
pants.
the
Like
similar hairstyle. Yeah.
I was gonna make the joke with like those pants where like we have to be on your knees where it looks like you're got your fucking legs down there. What am I thinking of? Am I just losing it?
Mm.
So yeah, that's adult Ilyana.
And like Ricky dead, fucking Miami.
Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica.
Uh,
Damn. No longer a sidekick. No, that's not
Also,
me.
this is what they also look like in the canon ending.
Oh, let's see. Wait, so Hatsune Miku isn't Hatsune Miku?
No.
What the fuck?
Yes, but actually no.
Yes, but no. Oh, okay.
Dang, freaking
Which one's a lesbian and which one's gay?
Lavia or what Sasha was her name? Sonia?
Sonia,
Flavia,
never
or
mind.
yeah, it was Sasha was her real name.
Yeah, Sasha looks like the I would say the most different, but obviously that goes to Olyana.
Yeah, because she's not a child.
Which is hard makes me wonder how the hell they even do that in the sense of the fucking movie logic.
In movie logic, I don't remember.
But where's Semyon? He's not real. Unless
The
he's taking the picture.
They have the same studio
Mm.
has a different game that came out more recently.
Oh dear heavens.
Uh, I don't know what it's like. I like played the demo, but I forgot about it. It's just kind of it's like 80s Japan, 90s Japan or something.
Oh, visual novel. Visual novel
Yeah, it's visual
Japan.
novel.
Ding 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 ding
A
ding.
visual novel Japan. Ding 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 ding. Winner. Um,
Yes.
forgot who gave it to me. It wasn't Try. It was it
Scarlet.
you? No, it was Scarlet. Yeah. It's called Love uh something rock and roll.
Like
Love
fucking
Money Rock and Roll.
hell. When I got you a game, I got you the game early, but I scheduled it to fucking drop on Christmas Eve, and you're like, "Oh yeah,
Yay!
I already got this." I'm like, "God damn it!" And I'm like, "That's great. I'm glad. So glad to hear that."
They should be really grateful, you know.
Uh,
Um the reviews for it aren't as good, but like the reviews for Everlasting Summer are like insanely high for some reason. Like it has like a 94% on Steam.
yeah, well, we know how
Why?
bad this game is. Ugh. Hmm.
Also, you get to see the main character's face in this one.
Yay.
He's not faceless. So, mostly faceless. His main character's face is shown in full in the good ending of fucking Lena ending.
Oh yeah.
He looks so fucking
What the? Hello?
back.
Okay, I kind of like lost connection for a second there. Apparently.
Uh, you seem fine to me.
Yeah, I see that now. I just didn't hear
You
anything,
can see.
and then Streamlabs it just
Uh,
went reconnecting.
Samyan looks a little, oh, goofy.
A little wonky.
Episode
Yeah,
19. Ah!
I'm pretty sure that's like a full playthrough.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Damn. Wow. If Everlasting Summer had a skip to next choice button, you just boot up Miku's route, hit E, and then you're done.
Oh wait,
Yeah, you
is
just
that it?
like
You just
two or three choices. Actually, I think you can skip all red text, actually.
ain't no way. Choose Miku. Just skip dialogue. You already finished it.
Yeah. I think that's like the whole reason we did the Miku route was that
Oh
freaking
wow.
It's the most notable. It's
Mm.
most
it's the
note
one that I remember enjoying the most.
like most
Mm.
notable, the quickest one, the easiest one to get onto too.
Yeah, with the exception of like you have to beat the game and get a good ending first.
Mm.
So what is like only Lena's route is behind the Semyon wall?
I don't know. I think it might be all of the girls. Just like I don't know.
That's so
Or
weird.
maybe we were like just like 1 point shy of being on her route. But like that's weird because normally she wouldn't be able to come on the adventure with us unless we were.
High enough friendship,
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
but I did like every choice that basically involved her, didn't I?
I, well, yeah, that's just kind of how the story ends up.
What?
Also, Yoletta bad ending, someone kind of fucking likes it. She's a
What?
yandere for him.
Not the yandere trope? No. Oh my god,
And
this reminds
bathes
me
in
of
a
that
pool
hit
of blood.
anime game, Yandere Simulator. You should play Yandere Simulator.
No.
Also, Slavia's ending was like super NSFW. Or like just for route in general.
And it seemed like it was still in the game.
Eh, they're naked a couple
Mm.
times
Oh,
Yeah, I haven't.
together in a sleeping bag.
like Stardew Valley.
Also, there's like a free DLC.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if it was made, but it's about the librarian that like barely shows up.
Oh yeah, it's a workshop. I can't read half of this because it's all in Russian. What the fuck is she doing here? I think these mods aren't translated.
Also, the Steam community page for this game is like the weirdest shit you will ever see. It's half of it. It's either like gooners or like bizarre Russian shit posts.
Summer 94, first playing the guitar. Video. Jump scare guy. Fucking quitting the return to title screen character. In the style of fucking
Yeah,
Blade Runner.
she's another hidden end.
Why are they aliens? What the fuck? This looks like a redraw. What?
Just book me too. I think this is very accurate. I believe. I mean, you know. Oh wait, what the fuck? Yeah, that's
Now, saying goodnight to Ash.
Ash, who was
uh,
secretly here but not here at the same time?
Ash. They've always been here. They've been here the entire time. Do you not see them?
This kind of just reminds me like the scene from one of the scenes from The Last of Us. Just I don't know why. I don't think it's an actual
Nah,
CG.
there is no more in Bing.
Silent Hill. Workshop item. Not recommended. It's boring and dated. Maybe I'll try and complete it later since it's free.
Are you gonna end stream ever, Mike?
Am I gonna ever stream?
Oh.
Am I gonna ever end stream ever?
Yeah.
What's up,
Yeah,
guys? Welcome to my Let's Play
yeah.
Talking Ball Jojo with
Here,
another
no,
new episode of
no. I was just
Today's experiment
no.
would be
Shut up.
uncompromised.
I was just going to say, if you didn't
Donald
want to
Trump.
set up a reactor for yourself, Sarah News, I was just
I
going to
don't
say
know.
this in general of what did we think? You know, like the out of the people who've played the game already, the person who's subjugating themselves to playing, and the person who joined it like halfway through.
No, it's like a couple minutes from the end, basically.
Yeah, I joined like what 20 minutes, 10 minutes before the game ended.
Maybe.
So wait, what are you asking me? My opinions, my
Yeah.
thoughts, and opinions.
What'd you think of the game?
Um, the art style is certainly something. Hatsune Miku, her fucking one of her sprites just looks so weird. It just looks it. It was definitely something, I would say. I have no thoughts and feelings. I just thought like, damn, characters are dying. We got fucking Sayori over here. We have Moto dying children, and I was like, damn, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I joined too late.
Yeah.
Literally, I have no idea what the fuck the plot is. I have no idea what is going on. It's just
Wait,
that people are dying.
there's a difference?
So basically, it's an isekai.
Oh wait, how is it an isekai? What the fuck do you mean?
Okay, so basically, the beginning of the game is a guy in his
Okay.
room, just, or I guess his hotel, like, apartment,
No, I guess it's like, yeah, apartment.
just sitting around on the forums, like, having nothing better to do in his life. And he just like, life sucks. And he's just like, I need to go to work or something like that. And like gets on the bus, and then one cold day in Russia or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's
Hmm.
like, man, I'm feeling kind of tired. I might as well just sleep on the way there, and by the time I wake up, I'll be at my destination. Wakes up, completely different location. Now he's at a pioneer camp, and he's back to being fucking a teenager somehow.
Right.
Yeah, cause like at the beginning of the game, you see like you see his eyes, like fucking 1,000 yard stare full of stubble.
Oh yeah.
And then there's a part where he looks in the mirror and he's completely like clean shaven and he's just like, huh?
Okay. I'm now 16 years old, and now I can legally hit on these children? What?
It's so strange.
So, on the bad endings, does he like die? Like, does he,
Uh,
Oh,
Bad ending for himself. He's stuck in like a time loop.
Yeah,
oh.
he's like stuck in a loop.
Is that so bad? Is that really a bad ending? It's just Groundhog's Day, okay.
He can't get back home. That's all he really wants to do is get back home.
Why? He's like 35 years old, he does not want to go back home. He's just lying to himself. I should know.
Wow. Uh, But basically, I guess how it just goes is, during his time just trying to figure out a way out or way back home, he either ends up meeting a nice girl here and he's just like, wow, maybe I should stay. And if like probably stays, something bad happens. But if he goes, he returns to the real world, but he eventually meets up with them somehow.
Yeah, in like the bad Alyssa ending, he like gets back to the real world, and he just kind of ends up searching for her but not finding her.
Damn.
So he's just like all lonely and shit. A good ending,
Hmm.
you know.
He does the same thing, but he actually succeeds in finding her.
Yeah, he finds her, and she's like a rock star,
Awesome.
and
Okay. Well. Okay. I guess that leaves the big question that everyone that even bothered getting this far in the VOD is wondering.
No, no.
Will we ever see Everlasting Summer again?
Cousin Mike,
probably not.
you should shut up.
The answer
Don't you ever say that name again.
is, maybe.
The answer is no. I'm making it illegal, okay? The 7 News is here. I am making it illegal. There's nothing you can do about it.
If you say so. But
You know,
any,
Cousin Mike, you should be grateful because my presence is always a happy one.
is it?
Cousin Mike, are you not happy with me here?
How
I
do you want me
mean,
to answer that?
I should.
he's not the one who said it.
Oh, Cousin Mike, you're such a jokester. I already know your answer.
Huh?
I fucking hate you. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
But anyway, that should be it for this stream. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow or today,
I feel like
whatever.
we should abuse you.
Huh?
Huh?
Well, anyways, good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're seeing this.
You're gay.
See you guys next time. Take care. Oh, I thought she'd never leave. Thank God.
Wow, you're so awful. Look
Yeah,
who sees this, you know.
perfect way to end the stream.